morning, everybody. This is Brittany with the Seniors Blue Book, and this morning I'm with Donna from Whole Nursing. Good morning, Donna.
Good morning, Brittany. How are you doing this morning?
Doing excellent. It's great to see you, and a pleasure to have you here on Seniors Blue Book Live. For those that are tuning in, thank you. But we are also here today to learn about Donna and her background. And we really are excited because Whole Nursing is a brand new partner, part of the Seniors Blue Book family. So we're proud to introduce you, Donna, of course, and we'll learn all about Whole Nursing services as this conversation continues. So Donna, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and just kind of how that led you on your journey to open Whole Nursing.
Oh, thanks. And thank you very much for this. I'm very honored. So I actually, I've been a nurse and RN for 25 years. I am originally from Sarasota, born and raised, and I went to nursing school out in Texas. And I ended up, my heart came back here, and I worked at Blake for many years, for 10 years in ICU there. And then from 2000 to 2010, and then the last 10 years, focused a lot. I was director of nursing at Sarasota County Jail and a local assisted living, and started doing home care nursing the last 3 years. And it brought me around to the needs that we truly needed in the home. And that's what really kind of led me just to this direction.
That's amazing with your background. When we were first initially meeting, the first time that we met in person, you were telling me that you worked at the jail. And I can only imagine, even in assisted living, everything, there's so many stories, that you must have. So we'll save that for another time though.
Absolutely.
So let's jump into Whole Nursing. So tell us about Whole Nursing, services you provide, the mission of the services that you provide as well.
Well, with Whole Nursing, just like the name says, I really focused on that because I wanted something that was true to what I believed in it. And it's not just the nursing medical part, is we need it spiritually, mentally. It's a really package deal. So when I really I had a family member challenge me to start this. And I was in a home taking care of her mom, and we were going over our care plan. And I tell people what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I'm gonna, and because you need to know the truth and know, different avenues you may need to take. So with that being said, she said, I really need someone to start managing my mom's care. And right there, I just kind of went to a few physicians I know in the area, and they really encouraged me to do that. So.
Awesome. I love that you say that she challenged you to do that, because that showed you everything you needed to hear right there, was that you were fully capable of taking this to the level of where you are now, and of course growing. So if somebody called you today and said, what can you do for my mom or dad or my spouse? What are some of those services that you provide in people's homes?
Well, with Whole Nursing, we are strictly concierge. So we have just registered nurses and a nurse practitioner on staff. So when you call, you get us. You don't get the secretary. You don't get the answering service. You get your nurse, or you get your nurse practitioner. So we can really family, patient, focus specific. And that was my main, I really needed. So, we do anything from, because the background we have is ICU background. Many of the nurses on staff and the nurse practitioner. So she was an administrator in the ICU at Blake. So, with that, it's not just a medical piece. It's truly we kind of bring an ICU into your home, that knowledge base. So we may be in there doing something with a medication, but we've already assessed you. You don't even know. Already. So there's things that we can pick up on somebody that may be missed and prevent a trip to the emergency room, things like that. So anything with IVs, wound care, as simple as a day-to-day thing, or we do even med box fills for people that need their medication box filled weekly, monthly, and even just checking on a patient once a month, say to be your eyes and ears while the family, they live in another state. Not there to replace anybody. We're there to assist. We're the eyes and ears in the home. So, say if your family member goes to the ER twice a year, we're there to try to prevent those trips. That's the whole, so it's a real preventative part of of it also.
So if somebody is looking for, of course, like wound care, but of course, like you said, you've already assessed them, they need other things. Are you guys there for like a service, like to go in and change that wound, let's say, to go in and change the treatment for that, or to fill the med box, or do you have a minimum number of hours, or how does the time component work with your business?
With the time component, it's just a procedure or an assessment charge is how we do it. So if you go in for a procedure or an IV or wound care, et cetera, that's one charge, and an assessment, an RN assessment or a nurse practitioner assessment is more. And we also have like a concierge nurse practitioner contracts for the year also. So as your provider, so she can come in, absolutely. And it's not insurance. It's, we do private pay.
As far as coverage and location of where you and your team go, can you kind of explain, is it in Sarasota County, or what is the coverage area?
Yes, we actually are covering Manatee, Sarasota, and really kind of North Venice if needed. If there was a client that needed services there, we could cover that far. But those are the two main areas of Sarasota and Manatee, though. Perfect.
And the first call that they make to you, that assessment, is that something that is a free consultation, or how does that work when somebody that watches this would be interested in hiring you?
Absolutely. I always say the first one, I love it. It's almost kind of like an interview. We almost interview each other, just to make sure it's a good fit. Because like I say, it's very patient specific, very patient specific. So I definitely, I like a phone call, because I like to tell people about the services. So, because it's definitely a win-win.
So tell us, Donna, what is the best phone number to contact you?
It is, I have, my number is 941-284-0932. And my nurse practitioner, Kim Fournier, she is 813-509-8407.
Awesome. I'm going to put her on speed dial.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a good one.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much for jumping on here with me for a few minutes so that people can learn all about whole nursing, and of course about you personally. I'm super excited about working together and just getting the word out there about the great services you provide.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. I look forward to it, definitely.